Purification and Wudu. So this is book 7, the Safar series. As a basic rule, Ya Shabab, Wudu and Ghusl, washing of the body, should always be performed with a clean and pure water. If this is unavailable, you perform tayammum or dry washing, or yani purification through the soil, or in the Hanafi school, any thing that comes out from the earth that is not burnt and that has certain qualities. So on a stone you can make tayammum, and on marble you can make tayammum in the Hanafi school. So to make wudu and ghusl, you have to use pure and clean water. If there's a water, ya Muhammad, for example, that has a fly, you had a bucket of water and you're in Gaza, for example, and the Zionists, they cut off water as they do now, right? And you have no water, but you found just one bucket, maybe with the rain, something. You had one bucket of water and it has a fly. Is that still clean water? Is that still clean water? Take it off. Is that,
I'll just raise it up.
is that still clean water?
No.
Is that pure water? Can I make wudu with that water?
No.
No. Good job. Of course not. Of course not a good job. Of course it is clean. It is pure water. It's not clean for you. It's not clean, but it is pure water. So you see, we have to learn what is pure water. It's called ma tahur. Ma tahur means tahir and mutahhir. What does tahur mean? Tahir and mutahhir. Tahir and mutahhir. For example, the orange juice, leave that. Is the orange juice tahir? Huh? Tahir means pure. Is the orange juice tahir? But is it mutahhir? Can you use it for wudu? So it's not tahur. But you have to, the water is tahir and mutahhir, which is called tahur. Which is called what? Tahur. Another example, I'm just showing you examples as an introduction to know that this is a mandatory knowledge that you must learn as a Muslim. Tamam, close the books. Close the book. You can read the book at home. Close the book, but I'm not gonna go with you home. So make use of this now. I made wudu. In the past, they're not like us. You open the water tab and it's running 10 minutes and you're on the mirror and the water is wasted. They used to put something, right? Someone helping someone pouring water for them to make wudu, and they put another pot under so they collect that water and use it for something beneficial. Question, can I use that water, for example, which is Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad, that water which has been used, the water that has been used in wudu after I collected it, can I use it again to make wudu again? Is it tahir? Is it najis? Is it impure? What is that water considered? Tahir but not mutahhir. Nice. What do you think?
I think it's not tahir, but it is mutahhir.
Oh, if it's not tahir, how can it be mutahhir? If it is not pure, how can it be a purifying one? Never, right? It can be tahir and mutahhir, or tahir and not mutahhir. But mutahhir and not tahir, impossible. Now, this water is not mutahhir. It cannot be used for wudu. Cannot be used for, but can I use it in the restroom and clean myself? Yes. So I can use it to remove the khabath, but not to remove the hadath. What is khabath? What is hadath? I'm confused. Hadath is when you need wudu or ghusl. That's called hadath. You are called muhdith if you need wudu or ghusl. Is the hadath something you can take off the hat? Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Don't put any hat. Don't put. You can put a hat like this. Yeah, I love that. But this, you cannot do it anymore. No. Don't waste my time. Take it off. Now, I'll give you a chance tomorrow. Today, no more. Tomorrow, I'll give you another chance. Hadath is the status of not being on wudu. What is that called? Hadath. What is that called? The khabath is the impurity that you have, that you see, like urine and stool. That's called what? Khabath. Tamam? Can I remove the khabath with that used water? Can I remove the khabath, the najasa? Can I clean myself with that used water? Yes. But can I use that used water to remove the hadath? Means to uplift that status of not being on wudu or ghusl? No. It must be non-used water. Tamam? And used water here means a water that you use for wudu or ghusl. Okay? But for example, I have a bucket of water. Dayan put his hand in that bucket and took it out. Is that considered used now?
Yes. No.
No. So I just said used water means you used it for wudu or ghusl. Tamam? Okay. And you know why? Our Sheikh says that water is now, you cannot purify yourself with it because now it carries the filth of the sins. That's why it's called used now. It carries the filth of the sins, because when you're making wudu, our beloved sallallahu alaihi wasallam said what? When you're making wudu, the sins are falling. When you're washing your eyes, your face, the sins are falling. All the sins you look with your eyes, with your tongue, they're all falling out. That's why wudu is not only to pray, wudu also to purify yourself. Tamam? So, do you now understand with this introduction? This is just an introduction. Do you understand why we need to learn? Because you all differed. Someone said tahir, someone said mutahhir, someone said it's dirty, someone said, right? So if the fly falls on the water, it does not make it impure. Is that clear? It does not make it impure. It's still pure. But if a dead bird fell into that bucket of water, does it make it impure or no?
Yes.
It does. What if that bird, the dead bird, fell into a big tank of water? A tank as big as this room. Will it make it impure?
Yes. No. Still what?
Huh?
No.
So there is a water that is considered abundant and water that is considered small. We're gonna learn that. If that water, like in a river, if the dead bird fell into a river, does that river become impure?
No.
Obviously not. But if it fell in a big swimming pool, does that make the pool impure?
Yes.
No.
No.
So there is a limit. We're gonna mention the limit. Tamam? Do you guys realize why we need to learn these things?
Yes.
Okay, now someone might say, oh, now we have water taps everywhere and we have water everywhere. But not always. Sometimes a car is cut off, no gas station, nothing. You need to learn these rules. When do you make tayammum? When can you make tayammum? When cannot you make tayammum? Etc. 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 So you have to learn these rules, and we have to preserve this tradition. And we don't know, right? Sometimes in some places people are sieged, people are under like blockade. So you need to learn those rules. Tamam. So your ibadah will be correct. Why are we talking about purification? If you open any fiqh books in all of the 4 Sunni schools and the other schools as well, those fiqh encyclopedia or fiqh volumes, many of them like this size, so many volumes, they cover everything in life. Everything. Ibadat, fasting, praying, zakat, transactions, buying, selling, getting married, divorce, burial, international relations, everything that might come to your mind in this life. All those, this is the law, right? The law covers everything, right? Someone does this, someone does that, someone hits someone, someone kills someone, someone cut the hand of someone. What do we do in each case? All comes under what? The Islamic fiqh. The Islamic fiqh or law, right? Or sharia or shara. Okay? That's part of the Islamic sharia, part of the Islamic fiqh. Any fiqh books, if you open the first book, you will see the book of Tahara. The book of,
Tahara.
which means what?
Purity.
Purity. How to purify yourself. Why? Who can tell me why?
Because nothing else is accepted if you're not pure.
What? Nothing else. Siyam. Do I have to have tahara to have siyam? If I woke up in the morning in Ramadan, I found out that I have to have a ghusl, and there are only 5 minutes until Fajr. Do I go and take a bath before Fajr starts, or I go and eat a little bit and drink water before Fajr starts?
Go take a bath.
See? If you don't have knowledge, that's what you're gonna do. You go take a bath and you miss suhoor, and then in the middle of the day say, I'm exhausted, Sheikh. Well, Sheikh, because you did not learn. But if you learned, you don't have to be tahir in order to fast. They're separated. So you should do your suhoor, and then after suhoor, even if it's Fajr time, what do? You will go take your bath and you pray Fajr. Tamam? Knowledge, this is necessary knowledge. So when you have knowledge, you're comfortable. You will enjoy life. You will find it easy. But if you don't, you're gonna make it difficult on yourself. Tamam? You're gonna make it difficult on yourself. Clean water. Clean water. So if you wake up any day in the morning of Ramadan, right, and you found that you have to have a ghusl, you can delay that ghusl. Until when can you delay it?
Until you
Huh?
pray.
Stand up. Who's rolling it? You or him? Stand up. Until when?
So you need to pray.
Until when can you delay the ghusl? In the morning when you wake up?
Until Fajr ends.
Until Fajr ends or before Fajr ends? Before Fajr ends. So you should not miss Fajr, right? Then it's mandatory. Tamam? But after Fajr, let's say, for example, some cases no water, some cases like, let's say you have an appointment. I'm just giving you examples that's coming to my mind just to show you how important it is to learn. You have a dental appointment. You woke up late in the morning. You have dental appointment. Fajr already gone. You have an appointment at 9:30. Isn't that me? Okay. Can I be here and there at the same moment?
But that's,
Logically.
I mean,
Is that possible
video.
logically?
No, not really.
Huh?
No.
Impossible.
Spiritually.
Impossible. Can I be here in 1 second and there in Mecca after 2 seconds?
No.
Logically, yeah.
Logically, yeah. Okay, we'll learn this later. Yeah, this is not yani, now your level. We can learn this later. Logically, yes. But at the same moment in two different places, the same person with his body and spirit? No. Okay. We need to learn what is logically possible and what is usually possible and the difference between them, etc., etc. We need to learn that, right? You read قال الذي عنده علم من الكتاب أنا آتيك به قبل أن يرتد إليك طرفك, right? The jinni of Sayyidina Sulaiman, he told him, I can bring you the ballast of the Queen of Sheba before your eye blinks. Is that possible?
yeah.
Of course. Of course. Anyway, I can be a jinn as well. I can do what jinn do. Right? That's not possible?
No.
That's not possible.
Okay. We have to learn them. You have to learn those rules. طب ماشي. So you woke up, you have an appointment at 9:30. You woke up like 9:15. Do you take the bath? Because you need Islamically, you need a bath. You woke up, you know, you had something, you have to have a bath, right? Can you delay it
Yes.
so you don't miss the appointment, or you have to take it? You cannot go outside of the house in that status, which is the hadath al-akbar. It's called the major hadath. We have major hadath and minor. When is the minor hadath? When you need wudu. And when is the major hadath, Ya Muhammad Rashid? When you need ghusl. Did you change your name? Huh? You change your name?
Me, I didn't say anything.
Who said ghusl? You? You said to him? Okay,
No,
don't
I
change your
didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay. Is that clear? What do you do, guys?
You delay.
You
the
you
bath.
delay
The
the bath. You go out in a status of janaba,
Nah, you missed the point, man.
in a status of hadath akbar.
I'm
See,
repeating.
you need to learn, but this time you got it right.
A bath?
Yeah,
A bath
you-
can be quick. It also depends how far it is.
yeah. So you don't have to have the bath at that moment. But if dhuhr is about to be gone, then you have to do it so you don't miss dhuhr. Do you see the difference? We have to learn these things,
That's
guys.
basic.
Do we have or no? Do you see the need for learning these things or no?
A little bit.
Little bit, okay.
Not dirty yet. Don't have-
Natural water include, now what is the clean water? Listen to me. And instead of clean water here, let's use pure water. Because the water, look, I have water, there is some soil with it. So it became a little bit like brown. A little bit, huh? A little bit. You know, it's not like very pure. Is that clean?
No.
Yeah.
It's not clean, but is it pure?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference between the two?
I get it.
So instead of clean water, we should write pure water. And in the Islamic terminology, in the fiqh terminology, it's called ma tahir. Ma tahir or tahur, which means also it's pure by itself and it's purifying to the Muslim. Natural water, including rainwater, water from the sea, rivers, streams, canals, large ponds, lakes, water drawn from the ground, water from melted snow or hail, all is clean and pure. Clear? That's understood. Why? Because Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran, وَأَنزَلْنَا مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً
Bima.
طَهُورًا. We sent a tahur. Look at the word Allah Ta'ala used. What is it? Tahur means what? Tahir and mutahhir. It is pure and it can purify things and people. Those are the types of clean and pure water. The water that we get through our taps is also clean and pure, obviously. Right? Because these types of water are clean and pure, they can be used for all types of purification, wudu, ghusl, as well as washing other items such as clothes. Also, if you have some impurity on your clothing, okay, you have urine on your clothing, for example, can I use orange juice to remove that urine? No, there has to be water. Tamam, there has to be water. Okay. In certain cases, on certain conditions, other than water can be used. Okay, in certain conditions, certain cases, with certain things. For example, you were slaughtering, making your udhiyah qurbani, mashallah, Dayan. He went to the slaughterhouse. He's slaughtering his udhiyah, his qurbani by himself. Okay, and that knife, it has blood, right? So that blood obviously is najis, impure, right? So that knife now became najis. Can he wipe it with a cloth, and will that make it pure? Or it must be washed with water, for example?
It must be washed with water.
What do you think, mister?
He has to be with the.
No, you don't answer him. Don't answer him.
It
Don't
has
talk
to
to
be
him.
washed.
Don't answer him. Don't talk to him. So what do I do? Is it possible if I don't have water, or even if I have, will will a cloth be enough to wipe it? Or you have a mirror. You have a mirror and some blood fell on it, for example. Do I have to wash it, or I can wipe it?
You have to wash it.
So in the Hanafi school, which we're learning, wiping also can purify those types of things, as long as the najasa doesn't sink or go inside that material. For example, if it's wood, some types of wood, for example, if that najasa falls into it, it will be absorbed by that wood. Tamam? But if it is covered with a layer that is waterproof, tamam, waterproof, tamam, that's the word I was looking for, waterproof, right? Then you can wipe it. Mashi? And of course, it's better to wash it to avoid the difference opinion in the other madhahib. But mashi, clear so far? Now, mixed water. Anything that is not water cannot be used for purification, for wudu and ghusl. This includes liquids such as soft drinks and juice. This is because water has some basic qualities two main qualities for water. How many? Two.
Two.
It flows. الرقة والسيلان. We learned from our sheikhs in the fiqh lesson. الرقة, it's not thick. It's not thick. And it flows easily. Right? Wherever you put the water, it's gonna flow. Not like oil or gel. Does gel flows like easily? No. Is gel like soft? Like water? No. So you see water, look at the difference between water and oil. Is there a difference?
Yes.
You see in its structure, what do you say? Texture, and it's flowing, right or no? See the difference? So water has what? It flows very easily and it has no color, distinct taste or smell. Water doesn't have distinct color, taste or smell, right? We have something called that we use in our desserts, right? In our desserts, right? It's called rose water. It doesn't have color. It's just like water and it flows easily, but it has a taste and smell. Can we use that for wudu? No. Why? Because that's not water. It's not called water. That's called rose water. Tamam? Okay. When water is mixed with something else, water mixed with something else, you will need to consider what changes have occurred to the above basic qualities before deciding if you can use this mixture for purification. I have a bucket of water and so many leaves fell into that bucket of water. Is that water still pure?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
See?
Leaves
So
can
that's
be
why
dirty
so that's why we need to learn. Even if they're dirty, they're gonna be dirty with what? Just some dust. So that water will still be pure. Why? Because those leaves did not change the smell or the color or the taste of that water. Tamam? So we have to learn these things. As a basic rule, yeah, mister. Didn't I tell you to stand up?
Oh, I forgot.
Stand. When water becomes overwhelmed by another solid or liquid and its basic qualities change, it cannot be used for purification. Huh? When water becomes overwhelmed by another liquid, right? There's water and you put with that water some orange juice. Now it has taste. Khalas, it's not water. So if that water changes or some of its basic qualities changed it, then it cannot be used for purification anymore. It's not water anymore, right? It's mixed with something else. Example, if اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد, flour لطحين صح? If flour طحين with is mixed into water and makes the water really thick and sticky, it can't be used for purification. Why? Because now this is what is it called? This is dough, no? Right?
Yeah.
This is dough,
That type of
right?
flour.
This is now dough,
Exactly.
right?
If it was the other flour, then it would
Similarly,
get a smell.
if vinegar is mixed with water, if you mix water with vinegar, will it still flow easily? Yes, it will.
Yeah,
Will it be still soft? Yes, but
It's gonna smell.
taste is different, smell is different. So if you mix water with vinegar and vinegar overwhelms that water by changing its taste and smell, this mixture cannot be used for purification. Any question? No
Nope.
question. Unclean water. If you have a small amount of water and najasa falls into it, the water becomes unclean, يعني unpure, غير طاهر.
غير طاهر.
Even if there is no trace of the impurity, this water is still unclean and cannot be used for purification. Tamam? You have snow. You have that snow in your car. No water. Water is cut off. The pipes are frozen. Even in America, the pipes frozen. Can you collect that snow and wait until it melts and use it for water?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Even though its taste might not be like as good as It doesn't matter. That's still water. Tamam?
This
I have a
If
question.
najasa falls into, we said if there's little amount of water and najasa falls, khalas, that water is not pure. Now, if najasa falls into flowing water, for example, a river, this water can be used for purification. We said that, right? This the same is also the case for a large amount of water. For example, a swimming pool or a lake. If, however, a river or the large amount of water becomes so overwhelmed with najasa that its taste, color, or smell changes, it cannot be used for purification. For example, in Syria, in Damascus, we have a nahar, a river. It's called Barada. You know, river. It's a river, but stupid people directed their sewer to the river,
So stupid.
right? It became black. Really, when you look at it, it became black, stinky. Even though that's a river, but khalas, it's najis, it's impure. Why? Because that najasa overwhelmed
The whole river.
the whole river. Or if there's a swimming pool, and few dead animals died there. So that changed, even though it's big, right? Even though it is big, if it changed the smell, taste, or color of water, even if it is big amount, it becomes impure.
Edges.
Any question about that?
No.
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Muhammad subhanak Allahumma bihamdik. We
Wait,
pray to
wait.
Allah Ta'ala
I have a question.
to help us purify our souls, right? Purify our souls. Why I said those people are stupid? Because it's forbidden to pollute water for people. It is forbidden, right? But
That's
anyway,
bad.
may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purify our souls and our hearts and our bodies. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين.